The International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin for war crimes. The ICC says Putin and another Russian official are now involved in abductions of thousands of children from Ukraine. That announcement comes as tensions between Russia and Ukraine have intensified in the past few days. KXAN's Anna Warnicki is in Washington to tell us what happens next. Anna.
Jennifer, the news of the arrest warrant comes as Putin prepares to host the president of China in Moscow next week, a visit the U.S. says they're watching very closely.
It means a great deal, speaking out against Russia's brutal aggression.
President Joe Biden hosted Ireland's prime minister at the White House on Friday, where the two leaders once again pledged their support for Ukraine.
We'll stand with Ukraine for as long as it takes.
And the international community is stepping up its support for Ukraine. On Thursday, the president of Poland says his country plans to give Ukraine around a dozen fighter jets. Hours later, Slovakia announced they will send 13 of their own jets. A Kremlin spokesperson said Friday that the aircraft won't change the outcome of the conflict, adding that the warplanes will be subject to destruction.
Russia is running out of capability and running out of friends.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says while the international community rallies behind Ukraine, Russia is looking to China for support. Next week, the president of China will visit Moscow and meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin one-on-one. The meeting comes as the International Criminal Court accuses Putin of committing war crimes in Ukraine. On Friday, the ICC issued an arrest warrant for Putin and another Russian official.
For the alleged war crimes of deportation of children from Ukrainian occupied territories into the Russian Federation.
Moscow has denied the accusations, calling them outrageous and unacceptable. And the ICC says it's now up to the international community to actually enforce the warrants. For now, live in Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki. Jennifer, back to you.
And Anna, what does the arrest warrant mean for Putin? And do you know what we can expect next?
Well, the ICC does not have a police force of its own, which is why the president of the ICC says that it's really up to the international community now to enforce these warrants that have been issued. The warrant essentially means that if Putin were to leave Russia, he could be arrested and surrendered to the ICC. So it puts pressure on the countries that are in the ICC's jurisdiction to act if Putin were to travel to their area. Now, it's very unlikely for this to result in any trial or indictment of any sort. So it really just serves as a message to Russia that anyone who commits an international crime will be held accountable.
All right, Anna Warnicki in Washington, D.C. Thanks so much.